What do we have for Leo, please? Five of Swords, Aquarius energy at the foundation of the reading. Leo, I've been collecting messages and downloads for this reading. I knew I wanted to do your reading today, but something felt incomplete, like I was still missing a piece. And then a little bit earlier today, I went into my backyard and there was an eagle sitting right there about 10 feet in front of me, and it flew off. And as it flew off, I could tell that something was wrong with it. It was wobbling around. So it flew up just above my house and landed on a pole, and it was swaying back and forth, almost like it was drunk. And immediately I was hit with a download regarding interference, but also at the same time, I felt this energy of protection there. It almost felt like a force field being hit by something, and the force field absorbing the energy of whatever impacted it. And immediately I knew that this was for you. I was thinking about you all morning. And after that happened, I knew that what I had just witnessed was the missing piece. Leo, I feel that there's a lot going on in and around your energy right now. Spirit is really trying to help elevate you into some sort of new beginning. That eagle, I feel, was a messenger of your higher sight. And when it appears disoriented or it's kind of flying strangely like I witnessed, it's speaking about something in your environment that is trying to distort your clarity or weaken your focus. It's like something is trying to throw you off your path, but you're still rising above it. The eagle still took flight, even though it was kind of wonky, but it couldn't be held down. And spiritually, what this means is that your elevation is too high for the interference around you, and that you're being shown right now the difference between true power and false power. But the key here is that something or someone around you is off, and the universe is trying to expose it to you. Okay, your path is protected, and no matter how many distortions may be taking place, it can't stop your ascent. The eagle was really sent to remind you of who you are. The eagle appearing unstable is more a mirror of the energy that is trying to destabilize you. It's like they're putting everything they have into trying to stop your forward momentum. A lot of you have been seeing this exact theme play out in different ways all around you right now. There's this sort of consistent symbolism, no matter how it shows up, of this kind of wobbling. Now, the Five of Swords at the foundation of the reading is the interference that I'm picking up here. I feel that you have terminated a lot of unhealthy relationships in your life, whether they're to people or with yourself. It could be mindsets, it could be behavioral patterns. It can really be anything, and it's going to be different for each and every one of you, so take it as it most fits. But this Five of Swords is also positioned right at the foundation of the reading, the root chakra, the stability of your life. You've changed something in your foundation, in your roots. And this is why it's creating such a huge disruption in and around your energy. There's someone or something here that does not like this change that you have implemented in your life. These changes have been a long time coming. And I'm also picking up here that there are things that you've probably tried before in the past, but didn't succeed at. Maybe you gave up, or maybe you went back, depending on what that is for you. Most commonly here, it could be some sort of toxic relationship that maybe you left behind and then went back to, you left behind, then you went back to, but this time you're not going back. It's like there's been a significant amount of time in between where you're at now and the last contact you had with this energy. And this is why all of this interference is being stirred up. Right on the bottom of the deck, the Fool. Okay, card 0. So this just followed what I said, because the Fool is you in the new beginning. And see how there's this explosion back there? It's like you're moving on from this energy. This is really, even look right there, right? It looks like something's been burned down. It could be directly connected to this Fool energy right here. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow. 10 of Swords. So an ending and a beginning. Gemini energy. So the reason why this is such a problem for this opposing force is because your positive new beginning is a negative new beginning for whoever or whatever you may be dealing with. It's to say that you finally taking this power position in your life, standing up for yourself in some capacity and saying no more and pushing forward in power, in happiness, is creating an ending in other people's lives. It's like they're finally getting exactly what they've always been putting out. And this Ten of Swords is showing us you, right? It's like an old version of you has died off. You're not this person anymore. Yeah, I just heard their tactics don't work on you. You see right through this. Yeah, I just heard uncharted territory. And this is really speaking about where you're headed to. It's like you're going places, you're navigating territories that these other energies haven't navigated themselves. In one of the readings recently, I said Waymaker, Chainbreaker, and I just heard it again here, okay? So this doesn't surprise me, given that it's towards the end of the year. The astrology is really speaking about all of this right now. There's a lot of people that are in this season of finally cutting some sort of cords so they're able to step into their new beginning, which would essentially be, let's say, next year. It's like you get to start with a clean slate. You know, every new year gives us the opportunity to start over again, right? Sort of like when people say, okay, January 1st, I'm going to stop doing this, or January 1st, I'm going to begin doing this. Very similar here. But this is a big one for you, Leo. This feels like you've reached a fork in the road and you're finally taking the path least traveled. There's something on the horizon here for you, Leo. I can't quite get a grasp on it yet because I still feel that you're in the weeds, so to speak. It's like you're navigating all of this interference right now. And this can be really wearing on you. You know, this is when you're going to be hit with a lot of the self-doubt. Are you going the right way? Are you doing the right thing? Is this really for you? Should you just go back? All of these things, right? And what this is just residual voices from a past timeline that you are in the process of graduating on from. But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Leo, with this Ten of Swords and the Fool card that I saw, that you are definitely on the right path and you need to keep pushing forward. Chariot, right on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so pushing forward is exactly right. This is an energy of victory, okay? Cancer energy. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? Page of Pentacles. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles also represents new beginnings, and it has something to do with the manifestation here, Leo. Okay, I just heard that you were shown very clearly by the universe that unless you removed yourself from certain energies, that this manifestation would never come to pass because of the amount of interference that these energies brought into your life. And I feel right now the universe is also showing you proof of this, right? The wobbly eagle, the distortions that you're picking up in and around your life at the moment. Something is off, but it has nothing to do with the direction you're moving, but you're being made to feel like it is. And you're sort of in one of these moments where Spirit is asking you to decide between everything you've always known and everything you've always felt on an intuitive level. You're being asked to pick your intuition, Leo, to finally put yourself first. I just heard put your mind first. You know, it's an energy where you march in lockstep with the societal norms, right? Only to find yourself feeling further and further away from your highest point of happiness, how you really want your life to look, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's not always going to turn out exactly the way we want, but you can get pretty close to it. Sometimes it's even better. It's as if you've been dealing with some sort of energy that has made you feel as though this is a pipe dream. It's just not possible, that you have to settle into some sort of mediocrity, that you have to sacrifice a certain level of your happiness to this energy. You know, it feels sacrificial, I gotta say, Leo. And when you look at situations like this from a much deeper level, from a spiritual perspective, that's exactly what it is. You're sacrificing your own path. What you know in your heart of hearts is the direction for you. And it's almost as if getting a blessing from these opposing energies here is like pulling teeth. But you don't really begin to see that until you decide to take these kind of power moves, right? It's like you're making power moves now. Whether you see that or not, it's happening in spirit. So as above, the divine is preparing to materialize these moves in your everyday waking life. And that's why you're feeling all of this interference. Simply put, Leo, the divine is showing you right now where the opposition stands in your life to help give you that much needed push to implement these changes. Yeah, I just saw you standing on the edge, and in front of you is the new beginning, and behind you is everything you've always known. It's like you're standing there just looking out over this vastness. You can't really quite see what's out in front of you. All you know is that it's this big open space, and you're scared, and that's okay. You're allowed to be. It almost feels like if you make one wrong move, you'd end it all. And that's exactly how it's supposed to feel. Because in a way, you're ending all of the suffering. You're ending all of the disappointment that you have felt on this previous cycle. There's a certain level of success and happiness that is being offered up to you right now, Leo. But because of your free will, you have to take the next step. All Spirit can do is show you the way, but they can't force you to walk down that path. Two of Wands, Aries energy, right on the bottom of the deck. So the Two of Wands is speaking about this decision that you need to make here, okay? And see how you're looking at this globe. It's in the palm of your hand, and there's that trickster energy back there, right? It's like, this is really representing what I said about in front of you is that vastness, right? The whole world. And then behind you is everything you've always known, that trickster energy. Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, okay? So the Eight of Pentacles here is speaking about something that you're going to be engaging with. And I feel that it's this Page of Pentacles right here, right? Which is the card of manifestation. It's like the first step of manifestation. There's something that comes to pass here. And then Strength. So that's your energy right there, Leo. You know, the Strength card is all about courage. And then right underneath that Strength card is the Four of Pentacles. So it's like you're holding back. And then the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So the Wheel of Fortune here, whenever I speak about, you know, standing on the edge of everything that, everything that's in the future position and everything that's in the past position, right? I see this Wheel of Fortune in my mind's eye, right? See how it's in the sky? And you're not out in front of it, we're behind it. So it's to say that you're on approach. And the Wheel of Fortune is directly connected to your destiny. It's all about life cycles. It's a turning point. What do we have at the heart, please, Spirit? Okay. Two of Wands. Okay, so we just saw the Two of Wands from this other deck. I switched decks, and then we get it again. Okay. And we'll take this one. High Priestess. As soon as I saw that, that's an owl right there, I believe. Yeah, that's an owl. But as soon as I saw it, I thought about the wobbly eagle, right? Bringing you messages. Now, the Two of Wands here is further reiterating what I said about you needing to make some sort of decision here. This Two of Wands is a little bit different, though. I see this character here as a representative of the divine. It's like they're watching you to see what you're going to do next. You know, the fact we got that Two of Wands back to back like that is very significant because you have the world in the palm of your hand. It's to say that what you have been asking for is here right now. You know, when people are praying for something or they're trying to manifest something into their life, it's very rarely going to show up exactly the way they thought it would. It's going to show up a bit different. And sometimes that can be a bit jarring. And I feel you may be dealing with a situation like this, Leo. It's as if you can't see all the finer details of something which is creating this fear, which is creating this hesitation. And that Two of Wands is right at that heart position, right? True heart's desire. Okay, I just heard what you want wants you. Now, Leo, I feel that if I was going to further simplify everything that we've channeled through so far, it would be, again, that you're at some sort of crossroads, a fork in the road. You're right there, standing in between everything you've always known and the rest of your life. You've done something here, Leo, which has opened up some sort of portal for you, Spirit's like, all right, we're here. Let's go. You good to go? And there's this reevaluation on your part. You're almost in this energy of, I don't know. Spirit's like, well, this is what you've been wanting though. What aren't you sure about? And again, Leo, this is normal because you're so used to something being the way it's always been. And it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. You just know it, right? And you're a fixed sign. So that means that you're not necessarily thrilled about making huge changes. It's like settling in somewhere and not really being that great. So you start praying or manifesting something else into your life. Spirit shows up and says, all right, we got this other thing for you. Let's go. And you're like, oh, I have to completely uproot myself again. You know, something along these lines, Leo. Take it as it fits. And the high priestess here at the throat, Pisces energy, is the divine showing up. You're being divinely guided, which is what I was picking up all the way back at the beginning of the reading with the wobbly eagle. Now, the high priestess is also in between worlds right here. Can also be seen as polarities, negative and positive, and the opportunity to bring something into balance by transforming your circumstances. And the owl here is dropping the knowledge on you, which could just be this channeling here. But also, there is a message here for you that is quite clear in regards to you getting out in Mother Nature right now. Go sit under a tree, just get your feet in some grass, do something, ground yourself. And I feel this is going to help you work through some of this indecision and or fear regarding this new path that is opening up to you. What do we have at the third eye, please? There it is. Death card. We're going to take that one right there. We'll put these two back. Makes sense, Leo. Here we are in Scorpio season, and we get the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. And what a card to follow the High Priestess. The Death card is all about transformation. This is the new beginning. This is you moving on. And there seems to be a huge ending connected to this that affects other people. Yeah, I just heard something about this just being the point on your path when you truly realize your potential and power. And the energies that may have been opposing you without your knowledge are starting to feel like they have lost something. You know, depending on how this shows up for you, it could just really be an energy that liked you better when you weren't the best version of yourself because it allowed them to have some sort of control over you in your life. It made them feel a sense of purpose. And it always blows my mind when those kinds of messages come through because even though I've experienced things like this many times in my life, you can never quite understand why people think this way, why someone would want to affect somebody else's life like this. But this is why we have the saying, crabs in a bucket mentality. There's a sickness in this world where people don't understand that they would get a whole lot further if they just worked with each other. But Leo, whatever it is, it's not up to you to try and figure out, and there's nothing you can really do about it other than just go out there and be the greatest you that you can possibly be. If anything, you doing that is what shifts the timelines and allows the universe to start working in those other people's lives. You know, you rising and these individuals witnessing that may just be exactly what they need. And this is when we can cue, I will prepare a table for you in front of your enemies. It's to say that you gave it over to spirit, to the universe. You surrendered. You followed your higher guidance. And now you become an example of what that looks like, positioning yourself to be a positive influence in hopes that other people follow suit. What do we have at the crown, please, Spirit? Ace of Swords. And look, there's the eagle right there. Perfect. Now, the Ace of Swords at the crown is representing mental strength. It's an energy of victory. I'm getting a lot of ringing in my right ear right now, Leo. There's something here for you. And I feel that your path forward is going to be found by tapping in to the field around you. Now, what that really means is just paying attention to the subtleties, I just heard listening to the wind blow, just really tuning in, right? It can also be another way of speaking about disconnecting from distraction and noise. I could be picking up on some Leos out there that are in areas where there's always something, some sort of noise, some sort of buzzing, right? Sort of like when you live in a city, and even when it's the dead of night, you can still hear something, right? You can hear the electricity on all the poles around you just buzzing. You can hear traffic in the distance. It's like there's never any silent gaps between the noise. So Leo, I just feel that spirit needs you to get into a space where you can just be one with the field around you so you can receive downloads on how you are to move in accordance with these decisions that you are needing to make right now. And it's actually quite profound that this eagle is on this Ace of Swords, which isn't typical for the Ace of Swords. It's just in this deck because that eagle is speaking about, it's like a higher flight path and the pursuit of some sort of knowledge. And that's what actually aligns with the Ace of Swords energy. So having said all of that, Leo, I feel that this is a pretty big confirmation that Spirit is trying to deliver further messages to you outside of this channeling here, so you can get some sort of a solid, objective viewpoint over your circumstances and how you need to move next. It's as if this channeling here is me saying to you, hey, Spirit wants to have a sit down with you. This is where you need to go and do it, right? In the quiet, in the silence, in Mother Nature. Yeah, there's a lot of disruption here. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, okay? So the 7 of Wands is an energy that wants you to feel overwhelmed and discouraged and essentially just wants you to give up, okay? You're taking this power position here and they don't like it. Now, the 7 of Swords energy here is really speaking about, it's like it's not out in the open. There's something sneaky here, which can make it more challenging to deal with this energy. And this is confirming what I've been picking up here about the interference in the field. It's not obvious. It's not like somebody getting in your face or showing up on your front door. No, it's something much different. It's energetic. The fact we have the High Priestess here with the Death card as well, Ace of Swords, there could be some sort of spell work or energy manipulation here. It just really depends on who you're dealing with, what your situation looks like. Only take that if it makes sense with things that you have experienced from some sort of opposing party. Really an energy of, oh yeah, that sounds exactly like something they would do, right? Yeah, I just heard desperate measures. They're going to desperate measures here. Given where these cards are positioned and the fact that I'm picking up on some energy manipulation, doesn't always have to be somebody sitting around with candles, okay, doing a spell. It could be words, word witchery. Telling a lie about somebody that ends up impacting their reputation. That's a form of witchcraft. What do we have at the foundation, please? 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy at the foundation of the reading. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles from this deck is an energy of a poverty mindset, a lack mentality. And it's right there underneath this 5 of Swords, okay? So this is the energy of the opposing party. And it's also speaking about what you are breaking free of. You're breaking free of a lack mindset, thinking that you can't do something. And this is why there's so much interference inside the field right now in regards to your elevation. This is breaking down some sort of an illusion that this opposing force has been trying to uphold. It's like they've built some sort of matrix from this lie they've been living. And now here you are breaking it simply by becoming this more empowered version of yourself. A whole reality was constructed to keep you imprisoned inside some sort of lie. So when you break out of that lie, so to speak, right, the lie that you can't do something, the lie that you can't be something, that reality and all of its inhabitants cease to exist in the form that they once did. Now they will live in a reality where you are on top, where you are becoming the best version of yourself. And now they will be seen as the person who put these lies on you, who did the absolute most to hold you back. And it was all due to their own lack of healing and growth. I just heard you were a blessing in these individuals' lives, Leo. Eventually they will see that, but it's going to take seeing you on top before they actually admit that to themselves. You know, I mentioned in the Scorpio reading that it's situations like these when they start to realize that you're kind of proof that God is real, right? God is working through you. Very similar to what I'm getting here. Your success, your elevation, whatever that is for you, is proof that there's a higher power working in your life. Because there's something that you've attained recently. It's not material. It's spiritual. It's like something has just shifted inside of you, Leo. I just heard because God has taken the wheel in your life, because you surrendered. You've stopped trying to control the outcome. Now you're getting in the flow. Now you're allowing your intuition, the higher power, to navigate you. And this is all the result of your rock solid faith. What do we have at the sacral, please? Three of Cups, Cancer energy right underneath that Ten of Swords. Literally followed what I said back here in regards to these individuals speaking lies on your name. The Three of Cups here is an energy of gossip. It's an energy that is telling stories about you, right? Whenever I see this card, it's like somebody who's like, yeah, and then Leo did this and Leo did that, right? They're trying to garner some sort of attention with your name and the way you're living your life. These individuals may take substances as well. I feel like some of them smoke something. Could be weed, but it feels like something a little bit more serious than that. It's like something that messes with their wiring, right? It's like something that causes paranoia as well. Yeah, they're really emphasizing that here. And I think that the reason why is to highlight that there's a dependency, right? It doesn't really matter what it is. There's just some sort of unhealthy, bad habit that this person or these individuals has. And it affects, I just heard their mental clarity. Okay, that goes without saying. It's like there's some sort of filter over how they're perceiving you. I also just heard that this has increased since you have been self-empowering. It's like the stronger you get, the drunker they get, the higher they get. It's like they can't deal with it. There's some sort of numbing going on here. Okay, I just heard that they're blaming you for this. It's like saying, well, I drink so much because of Leo, right? Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy at the solar plexus. Now, the Nine of Pentacles here is just confirming what I said a second ago about them blaming you, right? This is an energy here who is trying to convince people that you took advantage of them. Yeah, it almost feels like they think that you owe them something. Yeah, you don't owe anybody anything, Leo, except to be the absolute best version of yourself. That's it. Yeah, I'm hearing something about, I don't know, maybe if this is family or something, maybe they did something to help you out, and that's the only thing they have now. Even though it was meant to be from the goodness of their heart, it's like they're trying to use that against you now. Well, I helped you with this, so you need to stay here, right? It's something ridiculous. It's basically supposed to destabilize you. You know, an example of what I'm picking up here, it's like you getting an opportunity to go do something that is really going to elevate your life. It's going to put you on a whole new path. It's really good for you, okay? And maybe somebody helped you out with something and you get this opportunity, so you're preparing to go, and then this energy says, no, you can't go. You need to stay here. And you need to get 3 jobs so you can pay off what I helped you with. You know, something like this. Really just take it as it fits. But it also feels like there was never any sort of an agreement on this. It was like, it feels like it was a gift. The bottom line here is, Leo, don't let anybody guilt you into taking a path that leads you to your highest excitement and the direction you're supposed to be going. They'll have to deal with it, okay? Bottom line. Again, it's not about the money. It's not about the gift. It's not about whatever it is. It's about control. This is another reason why narcissists can be seen as quite generous sometimes, because it's a form of control for reasons exactly like this. There's been messages coming through in most of the readings lately, people trying to gift some of you with things, but there's something nefarious connected to this. And it could be a situation exactly like this. They try to paint it like there's no strings attached, but it's a complete lie. You don't need anything here from anybody, Leo. Okay, Spirit provides for you, and you need to get used to that. You're better off going without something for a little bit of time here, okay, until Spirit provides it to you, than taking anything from whatever it is, whoever it is I'm picking up here. And I feel that this is what this energy is gossiping about, right? I helped Leo with this and that, and now they've just left me behind in the dust. I just heard for some of you, it's not even about something they gave you. It's like this person, these people tried to do something to hurt you, to affect your forward trajectory here. And now they're acting like it didn't even happen. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. They're really driving this message home here, Leo. So we have the King of Pentacles right here at this heart position underneath this Two of Wands. Now, the King of Pentacles from this deck is speaking about somebody who's very controlling, very domineering. And see the look on his face as well? He has his hands on his hips. He's like, over my dead body will Leo have this new beginning. It says right there, catastrophe and haste. So this is further confirming the interference, right, in the field. It's like they're trying to create some sort of catastrophe in your life. Oh, interesting. Okay. I just heard chaos magic. Now, only take that if it makes sense with your path and who you're dealing with, okay? And I'm also getting a lot of ringing in my ears right now. There's something going on here. It's at that heart chakra. Leo, I feel like you could be doing some heart chakra clearing right now. There's energies here that are trying to throw so much interference towards you that they want you to fold in on yourself, right? You know, a blocked heart chakra is when you have trust issues or you're so bitter about the things that have happened to you in the past that it colors your experience moving forward. So the heart chakra clearing is going to help you release all of that. So you don't want to impact new opportunities coming into your life. See, these energies know what they're doing. They know that if they can keep up what they're doing, that you'll close off yourself to the rest of the world, which will make it more difficult for new opportunities to enter into your life because you're all closed off. And then we have the Six of Wands. Leo, that is your energy right there. And it says longevity. So the Six of Wands is also an energy of victory. We have two cards of victory on the table, Ace of Swords, Six of Wands. So there's some sort of new beginning here for you. And this is why all of this is taking place. It's like you're breaking free of some sort of energy. And it's like they're coming for you, trying to take you back to where you once were. Sort of like trying to leave a gang or something, right? And then they come for you and they say, oh no, there's no leaving this gang. Once you're in, you're in. And there's only one way out. What do we have at the throat, please? Okay, both of these cards just flipped over. Two of Swords, Libra energy at the throat. It says right there, breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers, brings victory. Okay, so victory, victory, victory. And the Two of Swords is further emphasizing that message that I was speaking about in regards to you being at the crossroads, that fork in the road, right? Two of Swords is very much a crossroads kind of energy, and it speaks about you making a decision here. And the decision you make is all based on your intuition, your higher guidance. Yeah, I just heard decide on spirit. And then we have the Chariot, victory again. So we have the three cards of victory on the table. It says right here, perseverance, success in conflict, overcoming adversity. And see, we have Archangel Michael here stepping over this beast. Okay, and I'm thinking about what I said in regards to the things taking place in and around your life. It's like you're being protected by Archangel Michael right now. Some of you could be asking for protection when you're praying from Archangel Michael. If you're not doing this, I highly recommend that you begin to implement this. It will make all of this a cakewalk. I can't even really explain it. It's beyond words. You just need to begin doing it, okay? This is so very clear what's going on in this reading, Leo. There's multiple confirmations about this journey, this transformation being directly guided by your intuition. This is telling us that if you listen to your inner wisdom, High Priestess, and accept the inevitable change, Death card. You can direct your will to achieve this success, this new beginning, Chariot, and break the cycle of oppression, of lack. Two of Swords. All right, what do we have the Crown to close this out for Leo, please, Spirit? Page of Cups, water energy at the Crown to close out the reading. God who rejoices, divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Now, the Page of Cups is an energy of new beginnings, but it's also a very intuitive energy. And because this is a beginning of a whole new chapter for you, I feel that based on the messages that we were channeling through back here, it's telling us that you have some sort of a newfound sense of intuition. It's to say that the way you're moving now is 100% spirit-led. You're coming from a cycle where spirit wasn't in the driver's seat of your life, so to speak. They were kind of standing on the sidelines, biting their nails, waiting for you to call on them, right? Until finally you did. So with that, Leo, I will leave it here. All right, Leo, this is what I have for all of you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And there's a glitch in the YouTube app right now. So if you're trying to press like on the video and it's not allowing you to like the video, do me a favor and just drop a heart or a comment, and that will work just the same, okay? But whatever the case, I would like to extend my gratitude for all of your donations and support on my channel, your personal reading bookings, the purchases that you have all made at my online store, and also thank you to everybody who's joined the membership side of my channel. But in closing, I would like to know how this reading resonated with you, so let me know in the comment section down below, again by dropping a heart and or a comment, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.